Who is Ibrahim Traoré? In a time when Africa is crying out for freedom, justice, and true leadership, one man has captured the attention of an entire continent. His name is Ibrahim Traoré, the world's youngest head of state and a fearless voice against neo-colonial control. But who is he really? Where did he come from? And why does the West fear him? This is the story they never wanted you to hear. Ibrahim Traoré was born on March 14, 1988, in the small town of Kera, in Burkina Faso's Haute-Bassin region. Far from the luxury of political families, his roots were humble, grounded in the daily struggles of ordinary Burkinabe citizens. As a young boy, he showed intelligence, discipline, and a strong sense of justice. That spirit led him to study geology at the University of Ouagadougou. But he didn't just study rocks, he studied revolution. There, he joined the National Association of Burkinabe Students, a Marxist group influenced by the ideas of Thomas Sankara. It was during these university days that Traoré's vision for a new Africa began to take shape. In 2009, Traoré joined the army, not for status, but for service. He trained as an anti-aircraft officer in Morocco and served on peacekeeping missions in Mali under the United Nations. But the more he saw, the more he realized something was wrong. Terrorism was spreading, foreign interests were everywhere, and the leadership in Burkina Faso was failing its people. He returned home with one mission: to protect his country, not just from terrorists, but from betrayal at the highest levels. By 2022, the people had lost trust in their leaders. President Paul-Henri Damiba, who had himself come to power through a coup, was failing to stop the violence tearing the country apart. That's when Ibrahim Traoré, at just 34 years old, led a second coup. This time, not for personal power, but to return power to the people. With the support of young soldiers and frustrated citizens, Traoré took control. And just like that, Burkina Faso had the youngest head of state in the world. Traoré has been open about his admiration for Thomas Sankara, the revolutionary president who dreamed of a free, self-reliant Africa. In many ways, Traoré is picking up where Sankara left off. He's challenging foreign military presence, cutting ties with France, and promoting the idea that Africans must take charge of their own destiny. In one speech, he boldly declared, "A slave who cannot assume his own revolt does not deserve to be pitied." It's not just a message, it's a movement. Traoré's rise has sent shockwaves through the international system. Western powers are uncomfortable. Why? Because he's not playing by their rules. He's called out neo-colonialism. He's refused to be a puppet. And he's turned to new alliances, including Russia, to break free from dependency. To some, he's a hero. To others, he's dangerous. But one thing is clear: the age of silent African leaders is over. Despite the hope he inspires, Ibrahim Traoré faces massive challenges. Armed groups still control large parts of the country. Millions are displaced. Schools and hospitals have been destroyed. And while he promises democracy, his critics say he's yet to show a clear plan for elections or press freedom. The road ahead is difficult. But for many Burkinabe, this is the first time in years they've felt a sense of dignity. Ibrahim Traoré is not a perfect man. He's young, bold, and controversial. But in a continent full of recycled politicians and foreign-controlled leaders, he represents something new. He represents resistance. He represents self-determination. He represents a generation that's tired of waiting. Whether he becomes a legend or a lesson, only time will tell. But one thing is certain: Africa is waking up, and the world is watching. If you believe Africa deserves its truth, its pride, and its power back, then this is your home. Subscribe to Africa Unmasked and join us as we tell the stories they tried to bury. This is just the beginning.